The while loop's lifeline. Here we'll go back to our two examples about the password and the age. When we look at our program, we can ask ourselves the question, what is the purpose of this line? When this question comes to your mind, you must remember that the execution of a program is done in a sequential way. So it's first line 3, then line 4, after line 5, and when the loop is checked that it's true, it goes out. It can execute line 7, as much for me. This is how the program runs. You have to remember that the program runs sequentially, each step in its place to better explain this. I'll comment this and run my program. You see, I'm told that at line 4 there is an error because the password is not verified and we could do otherwise. I'm going to put this on top and you'll see the difference. You'll understand why we just declared the password as an empty string. I run my program and it asks me for my password. If I enter anything, it asks me for the password every time, repeatedly. And when I enter a password which is equal, it comes out and tells me that the password is correct. You have access to your account. When I look at this program, I realize that there is a repetition at this level. That's why I decided to delete this and to uncomment this to have a well-structured program without repetition and more coherent. So the idea of the declaration is to force us to enter a number, because if the user has not declared before, he can't enter this loop. He won't run. So the program, the password declared above, allows the user to execute his while loop in order to compare. Well, here I'm going to try to enter a password is equal to the initial password, that is Mimi. So I initialize password to Mimi and I run my program. You will see that it will come out of the loop and it will work directly. Why? Because when it runs the program and it wants to check and verify your password is equal to Mimi. It's true on condition that it comes out of the loop directly and it shows me this. In this program, therefore, it is necessary to be very careful at the time of the declaration of a variable, especially the type string of character, to always pay attention. It is never necessary that is equal to the initial condition. If not, that will never execute the program. I'm going to comment on this and we're going to resume our program with the age. Concerning the age, str actually means that we enter a character string and we could rename it differently. That is to say that we can take string age and rename it here each time string, and that will give perfectly. This program could be written in another way, that is to say I could copy this whole line up to here and I make a copy and return past here like this, and this will work perfectly. But I execute my program, you see it asks me the name, I put TT, the age. Well, I will enter anything already. It tells me that there is an error at this label because the age entered normally must be an int and not a character string. Therefore, if I restart my program and that I put TT, I enter the age 23, it executes my code perfectly. So after the execution, the program is done sequentially. After the execution of this, it enters the loop, it checks if it's correct. It continues until this level. It displays this, but when we look at this program, we realize that there is a repetition and the best thing is to put this inside a while loop. I'm going to delete this and this too, and we could do it differently by putting at this label an else colon tabulation on the two lines here. I run my program and you'll see that it's the same thing. Everything works normally. Oh, yeah, I forgot to declare age equal to 0. I run my program. It executes normally because it's going to enter the loop, check and see if we can do the conversion. Yes, it's true. We can convert the string entered by the user into an int, so an int type, and continue to run the program. Well, we will see already this. We will enter anything. For example, here I always put Didi, and after I enter anything to see if it is executed, I put enter. It executes normally, so when it arrives here, it sees that it has not converted, so it's wrong. It goes directly into the exception and it shows me this tag. It asks me the age again each time. Each time I enter an invalid age, it will ask me the age again and so on until I enter a valid age of 24 and it comes out. Well, see you soon on the importance of debugging.